don't work, right? Okay. And then I said, so what I did wrong?
Yeah.
He said, well, for one, your headlights are off under this weather. I'm like,
okay.
There's multiple people headlights off, first of all. And then there's no rain.
It doesn't matter. You're still required to have headlights on.
Can you pull that law up?
Huh?
Can you pull that law up?
Yeah, when you step out of the car, I will.
Can you call your supervisor?
Huh?
Can you call your supervisor?
All right, go for it.
Exit the vehicle now. Exit the vehicle. Show me your hands.
Here.
I'm here. What is your reason, sir?
Step out.
What is your reason?
Step out now.
All right. No, don't.
Get on the ground.
Stop fighting.
Put your hands behind your back.
Put your hands behind your back. Hands behind your back.
You think that you're pulling me over?
Yeah, absolutely. There's a reason why I'm pulling you over. For one thing, inclement weather, you don't have your lights on. Two things, you're not wearing your seatbelt.
It's daylight. I don't need the lights, and it's not weather. It's not raining.
Oh, this is inclement.
It's not raining.
Okay, I'm not arguing with you. I'm telling you why I'm pulling you over. Give me your driver's license, registration, proof of insurance.
No, call your supervisor. Why?
Excuse me?
Call your supervisor. Why did you pull me over?
77, 35. I'm properly driver. I've already told you.
Why did you pull me over?
Step out of the vehicle.
No.
Step out of the vehicle. 25 seconds. For 9-4, the driver just slammed the door and locked it. Go. I've already told you. Okay. Okay. Right now you're under arrest for resisting. You understand? You're under arrest for resisting. The longer you take us on, the worse it's going to be. Open the door and exit, or we are going to break the window. Open the door and exit. You are under arrest for resisting. Open the door and exit. You are under arrest for resisting. Open the door and exit. You are under arrest for resisting. Open the door and exit. You are under arrest for resisting. I'm about to break the window. I'm about to break the window.
All right, go for it.
Exit the vehicle now. Exit the vehicle. Show me your hands.
Here.
1033 at 1621 hours.
Step out. What is your reason?
Step out now.
No, don't touch it.
Get on the ground.
Put your hands.
All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give our praises and glory due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rukakwadash. Double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule by and taught us the truth. And peace and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered abroad during this break of truth and sincerity. Shalom. So, as you can see in the beginning videos, man, and Lord wanted this video is edifying, again, just to start it off with. So, like I was going to say, as you can see in the beginning videos, man, just a quick lesson, man. Again, Jake has to remember this place is not IRS, man, because you see it in the beginning videos. What, you got the video of the Jake from Jacksonville, getting pulled out of his car, window busted, Esau jacking him up, being Esau, man, the devil being, Satan being Satan, man, and Jake being ignorant, man, because Jake in the world, they don't understand the seem, to comprehend how and why they get themselves in these situations, man, but if you go back to the scriptures, you can understand and see why, man, because Jake in the world, hell, even Eve, just our people in general, they're not using wisdom when it comes down to dealing with Esau, man. Forgetting that this place is not our rest, man. Forgetting that this place is captivity, man. We're still in the hands of our captors, man. Again, not using wisdom, man. Like a precept that comes to mind is, I wish I would have wrote it down for this lesson, but roughly paraphrasing, we have to be wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove, man. Roughly paraphrasing, man. And that's one thing our people don't do. Especially Jake out there in the world operating through the flesh. Again, not using wisdom. They're not wise as a serpent, man. They're not harmless as a dove. They think they're wise in their own way. And they get proud Just like the Jake in the video, he thought he was smarter than the Edomites, man. You know, he trying to tell the Edomites about their laws, man, that they created. You know, tell them to call the supervisor, tell them to put a law up. You know, closing the door on Esau, man. You know, again, not being wise, man. You know, not understanding Esau is that man that has the authority to kill you, man. You know, this is his kingdom, man. You know, and with everything going on, I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, they passed the bill with these cops. They have full immunity, man. You know, so you know Esau been, you know, he been free range on Jake, but you know, for situations like this where Jake want to get haughty, you know, and puffed up, and not use wisdom, and you gonna get jacked up, man. You know, the situation could have been a lot worse, man. Understanding the nature of Esau, you know what I'm saying? But luckily, nothing happened to the Jake, man. You know, but again, just you know, for the title of the video, this is not your rest, man. You know, because it's not our rest, man. We can't be getting comfortable here. We can't be thinking we can do whatever we want to, because that's the minds of our people, you know, out in the world, man. You know, they think because Esau give them a little bit of liberty, you know, to go to the club, to shake ass, pop bottles, you know, do the things that they do in the world, that they're free, that they're able to buck up against Esau, you know, and you know, not abide by his laws, man. You know, forget we in captivity. You got to be wise, man. You got to move circumspect out here, man. You know, especially with this devil cracking down. They already, you know, deporting with mass deportation of the Northern Kingdom, man. You know, they been hating Jake, man. They been hating Judah, you know, for years, man. You know, so our people just gotta be, you know, wise, man. But that's why we had a spirit, you know, sent from Yahweh Shai in these scriptures to be able to discern and know how to move in these times, man. Again, like I say, just going back to the scriptures. Let's kick it off with this, Micah 2:10. It says, "Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sword of destruction," man. You know, so like I said, this place is not our rest. It's polluted. It's polluted with wickedness, man. You know, wickedness, iniquity, man. Hatred, man. You know, it says, because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with a sword of destruction. This place is going to destroy you, man. You think you can find rest here? You think you can get comfortable here? You know, that's what's wrong with our people. They comfortable here, man. You know, they comfortable with Esau's bullshit, man. You know, going to work every day. You know, doing their daily dues, man. You know, now understanding this place is polluted and it's destroying us, man, and it's going to destroy us or destroy destruction, man. You know, especially if you're not abiding by the ways of Yahweh Shai. You know, through the Spirit, man. You know, let's jump from this to Matthew, man. Just concerning the situation, again, knowing how to deal with Esau and using wisdom, man. Like the scriptures tell you here. That's why I say you always got to, refer back to the scriptures, man. Because the Lord, he told us things, man, how to deal with these people, man. You know. But this is, and just not to forget, Esau is the Lord's sword, man. So he's going to use Esau to come down on you hard-headed niggas, man. You know. Jake, they want to book up. Eve, they want to book up. The Lord going to use Esau to jack your ass up, man. And that's just how it go. And that's what you see, you know. It's a big roar, a big fuss about it. But our people being ignorant, I understand it, you know. You can't be bucking up against these damn people, man. You know. But this is Matthew 5:25. It says, "Agree with thine adversary quickly, whilst thou art in the way with him." The scriptures say, hey, you got to agree with thy adversary quickly, man. You know. And Esau pull you over. Simple, and it's funny because I got pulled over not too long ago, earlier this month. Just a simple traffic stop. And I knew to agree with Esau, man. Whatever he said, I did. I'm not finna sit here and argue with him, or make a case, or try to argue, fight him, get out of the car, act stupid, or just do stupid stuff like the Jake in the video, try to lock the door, not talk to him, just stupid shit, man. You agitating the situation, man. You gonna make that devil show his horns and come down on that wrath with you, man. Because, those things gender strife, man. These people already hate us. And you doing these things, it just genders up that strife, and making Esau want to come down on you. That's why you don't want to argue or disagree with these people in these certain type of situations, But like it says, agree with thy adversary quickly, man, while thou art in the way with him. And he didn't agree with Esau, man. He telling him, well, I ain't got to do this, and, I ain't got to do that. You ain't got your seatbelt on, you leaning out the car. Then when Esau tell you get out the car, you get in the car, slam the door, and lock it, man. Just foolish, man. Acting as a child, man. It says, lest at any time the adversary deliver thee up to the judge, and the judge deliver thee to the officer, and thou be cast into prison, man. You know? So like I said, you got to agree with these devils quickly, man. You got to agree with your adversary quickly when you put in these situations. You know, Jake didn't disagree. So he got jacked up and took to jail, you know. Now you looked at all around the world, you know, as a Jake that got, you know, bullied by Esau ultimately, man, you know. And ultimately, if you go back, I should have put the clip in, but the Jacksonville County Sheriff, and he was a Jake. He didn't show no sympathy, man. These people don't give a fuck, man. Worldly Jake, these coon-ass niggas, Esau, these people in the world, they really don't give a fuck, man. Yeah, they commenting, oh, that's wrong, Esau used aggression and force. But it's nothing they can do or nothing they gonna do about it other than make comments and posts, man. You know? It's nothing they gonna do about it, man. So, like, Jake gotta stop, you know, thinking he a damn superhero. He can come against these damn Edomites in these type of situations, man. The Lord said to agree with our adversary quickly, man. You know? But let's go to this, man. Let's go to Sirach or Ecclesiasticus 9:13. And it reads, keep thee far from the man that have power to kill, so shalt thou not doubt the fear of death. You know, so you got to want to be away from Esau, man. When I'm in the presence of this devil, especially if I'm in any type of situation of getting pulled over, you know, have to deal with any type of, you know, officers or high rank Esau, Edomites in this kingdom. Hey man, I'm trying to, you know, get in and out, man. I'm trying to be circumspect. You know, I'm trying to move wise. I'm not trying to, you know, do too much. You know, get on these devil's bad side, man. Not that I care. But again, you got to be wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove, man. It says, keep thee far from the men that have power to kill thee. And these devils have the power to kill us right now, man. We're in captivity. We're in there. We're in there, again, we're in the hands of our captors, man. We got to follow by the laws of the land. Esau can jack you up or kill you if you don't abide by their laws, man. You know? While we here yet and still in our captivity, we still got to abide by the laws of the land, you know? Of course, we under the laws of Yahweh Shem Shah. But, you know, again, we being under the hand of Esau Edom in this captivity. You know, we got to move circumspect, man. You know? It says, so that thou not doubt the fear of death, and if thou come unto him, make no fault. It says, make no fault, man. You can't be doing dumb shit. You know, you can't be slipping up. It says, make no fault, lest he take away thy life presently, man. Because one mistake, you see this daily, all the time happening with our people, man. Jake, Eve, man, they get around Esau acting stupid, man. You know, get to reaching for the gun, get to trying to run, get to, you know, cussing at them, bucking up, want to fight, do stupid shit, man. And what he do, he take their life away presently, man, at that very moment. It says, remember that thou goest in the midst of snares, and that thou walkest upon the battlements of the city, man. You know, because Esau set it up for Trump. Esau be inching down, you know, like Esau, man. He didn't want to waste no time. He wasn't wasting no time to bust that window. Esau be ready to bust that window, punch you in the damn face, pull you out of the car. Esau ready for you to reach for a knife, a gun, or to buckle like you want to fight, so he can kill your ass, man. You know, that's the spirit Esau went. Again, he's just sword, man. You know, so you got to, again, like it says, make no fault, man. You got to keep these far away from these people, man. You got to move with wisdom, man. You know, how they say in the word, you got to walk light, man. You know. Let's jump to this, man. Let's go to Romans real fast. Ain't gonna harp too much on this, man. Let's go to Romans 12. I don't think it's 18 I want. Okay, so this is Romans 12 and 18. It says, and we'll start at 17. It says, recompense to no man evil for evil. Provide things honest in the sight of all men. If it be possible, as much as life in you, live peaceably with all men. You know? It said, dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give peace unto wrath, for it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, saith the Lord, man. So when we put in these, you know, these situations, man, even though we hate Esau, man, we hate Esau just as much as he hate us, man. You know? We can't stand these damn devils. I know I can't anyway, but I'm not stupid enough, again, like the scripture say, to get in the way of this devil and make fault, man. You know? To put my life in harm or jeopardy, man. You know? It says, if it be possible, as much as life in you, live peaceably with all men. So like I said, if it's possible, man, as much as life in you, the strength that you got in you, and live peaceably with all men, you know? Because, you know, at the end of the day, we still have to deal with these people. We still got to go to work and deal with Esau and the other nations, you know? We still got to go out grocery shopping and by the gas station or whatever we do to the bar. You know, you run into these Edomites, man. You run into these different nations, man. You know? Because we're not in our homeland yet. where we can enjoy the fruit, just being with the tribes, man, being with our brothers and sisters, you know, and in the east, in the rest of the nations in Esau, outside the damn kingdom, man. We don't get to enjoy that yet, you know. So we still mixed and mingled with the Gentiles, man. You know, it says live peaceably with our man. Like I said, we can't be out here trying to avenge ourselves, you know. It said what? Vengeance is of mine, and I will repay, saith the Lord. So vengeance is of Yahweh Shemiyah, man. You know, it's up to the Lord to get that revenge or to do what he see fit to these people, man. You know, that curse us or or fault us when we're not at the wrong, man. You know, so we can't be out here arguing or disagreeing with Esau, man. You know, because it's just gonna generate strife, man. You know, and we know these devils hate us, man. You know, they come with a smooth word, like the scriptures tell you. It's like Psalms 55. It tell you about what his words were smooth as butter, but in his heart it was to kill, man. Roughly paraphrasing. So like you, man. You know, so it's in these devils' heart to kill us, to slay us, man. You know, and it also tells you in Proverbs about how hatred stir for strife. So all you doing again, you stirring up strife, you making this devil show his horns, man. You know, because they gonna come to you with those smooth words, you know, just like a serpent trying to play nice until he get ready to bite you, man. Until he get to come down with that stripe, man. So you gotta move circumspect. You gotta move with wisdom again. You know, you gotta remember again, going back to the title. This not our rest. We can't be comfortable here, man. You know, these people not our damn friends. That's it. You know, especially us calling to the ministry. We're here to do the will of Yahweh outside. You know, live our daily lives. You know, like I said, the Lord said, "Hey, live like the apostles and elders always, preach, man. You know, live simple, man. You know." Stay out of the way of these heathens, man. Go to work, come home, man. Stay out of the way of Esau, man. These damn army veterans, these damn police officers. Stay away from all this shit. Stay out the mix, man. You know, make it simple, man. You know, make it convenient and simple for you. Do the will of Yahweh outside. Go to work, come home. Whatever you do, you know, you go to the gym, whatever, man. Just keep it simple, man. You know, because this place not our rest. We shouldn't be here out here comfortable and trying to, live reckless and do that and think we, bigger than above the law, man. You know. Because we ain't in our kingdom yet. We don't get to enjoy that fruit, that labor yet again, man. You know? But pretty much, I'm going to wrap it up right there. Again, want to rant too much on the situation. But Lord willing, this was edifying. I'm going to close it out again, giving our praise and glory due to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shah Bahashim Kakwadash. Again, double honor to the elders and apostles, the great millstone who rule well. And to the whole field, like I'm doing this work again, I say shalom.